And we're back, baby.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're back and we're here. It's pretty early morning. Hey, Addison, how you doing?
No, I was just in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood getting some coffee?
Yeah.
In the neighborhood again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like to swing by sometimes. Think what Trey's doing.
Look from out the
you
window.
recording today?
Oh.
You see me out there? I hate. What did you say again? It's like, fuck, I forgot. I ruined the joke. Never mind.
Hold on. Could you get up and face the camera and show them what you're wearing right now?
Okay.
Like, actually put your fit on. Oh, okay. And I was like, I had to take my son to work. And I came back, right? Rob was the only one here. I go up to get my shit. And when I come back down, this was standing. It was standing outside like that. Dude.
Tell us who you're wearing.
Yeah, tell us what you're wearing. How much it costs.
I'm naked.
Whoa.
No, I'm wearing like a stereotypical cholo fit, I guess, because it's a bowling tournament for our company, and this is what we got.
Yeah. Oh, I should have brought the fucking shirt. Goddamn, forgot everything. But yeah, we have a bowling tournament today, and that's why it was funny because I walked downstairs. I was like, hey, you'd fit right in, standing at the corner like that. Nah, man, but we're back. Glad to be here. Thank you, Addison, for being in the neighborhood.
Yep,
It's always a pleasure. We've been waiting for you to be on camera since we started this visual journey that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of questions to ask you, so we're
a lot.
a very lot
Coming at you.
a lot.
Put him in their interrogation room now.
Yeah.
We're hooking you up to a lie detector.
Take off your pants and go to that room now.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh.
Well,
All right.
Actually, guys, we're gonna stop recording. Clear the couch.
What's that red dot on that camera for? Don't worry about it. That means it's off.
Oh man. I'm sure we're recording.
We're recording.
Oh, it's like we're not. But nah.
If you had the
selfie thing, huh?
you want to double check or not? We believe.
We'll be right back.
There you go.
Believe.
He's like 50-50.
I was like, I saw him set it up. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I saw it. Over.
See, trust your gut.
No. When I go to bed, I check the fridge like 6 times. I close the fridge and I go back. I just fucking close the fridge. I don't know why. I left it open once and then I'm paranoid ever since. So.
Yeah, that's actually.
Or you slept walking. You went to the fridge.
No, I just see my dog in there like, hey, what's going on here? And it's like, oh.
You ate a whole wheel of cheese. Not even mad. I'm astounded.
All right, so we're gonna get it started. I saw this sign the other day when I went to go get some Filipino goodness, and it just reminded me maybe we should start. It made me want to do this prior to starting the pod, but it was just one of those signs that said like before we eat, let's think of like everyone who doesn't have a meal, shelter, and let's just pray that everything will be okay. Just that type of shit. And I was just like, dude, I remember before when I used to live with my grandparents, that's basically what we would do before we eat, right? Not kind of pray, but just, give bless to the food, and just kind of be grateful for what you have, right? So I wanted to start before we pod. Let's pause and think about all those in need of food and shelter and love. Cool. All right. So let's get on to our mental health check of the week. We'll start with Addison. We haven't seen you. Well, I've seen you every day.
Every day.
You haven't been on the pod in a
You
while.
haven't been in a pod
It's been a while.
And
It's been a while.
and everybody that's supporting wants to know how have you been?
I'm cool. Been all right. A little shorter work week this week, but yesterday, my wife's family, they had a funeral that we went to, so it was kind of a bummer. But work's cool. I'm trying to work out more. This week I've worked out, I think, for the most of the week, but it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything enough. So I think I was telling my wife, like, think I need to step it up. Maybe walk for 1 mile now.
Whoa.
No. But other than that, I'm cool. Say like a solid 8.
All right. Solid 8. That's
a good
good.
score.
That's a strong starter right there.
Trying to keep us up, like usually I was gonna say 7.5, but I like to just push over the edge to 8.
Okay. All right. I like that. Start strong. All right, Chris. How was your week?
My week was good. Better than the ones I've had. And I've been working out.
Day.
4 days.
There you go.
4 days this week.
Nice.
So that was good. And definitely made me feel better. Work has been. We're down one person, so
Work has been work.
Work stacks up, but it's all right. It's not
Work's
too bad.
working.
Yeah. I'm gonna say. I'll stay up to 7.5.
Damn. There we go. See, your
Take it.
shit worked. All right, Rob, let's bring it down.
Fucking -4.
No, my week's been, again, I feel like just a boring old run-of-the-mill week. Nothing too crazy. Haven't worked out. I think COVID's kind of like taking me out of like wanting to work out. I think I still not have symptoms, but still like getting the effects of having it. So I haven't worked out in a while. But yeah, work's been okay. Like I said, nothing too crazy. Kind of run of the mill, boring week. So I'll bring us down to a 7.
Damn. You can make me do this all by myself, huh? All right. This week has been shitty. As in work. Work sucked. Yesterday I had to call off our regular recording. Well, glad I did because we got Addison to join after, so that was a good thing. Yeah, man, work has just been, I don't know. I'm starting to feel the just leave me alone type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, leave me the fuck. Like, stop calling me. Stop texting me.
Another question?
Yeah. That type of shit. Like, I don't know. I think I'm just burned out, bro. Like, ever since Go Live. And I get it, right? It's a new system and all that stuff like that. But, like, it's not just my group. It's, like, everybody. Like, the whole site just comes to me for everything. So it's, like, I'm just a little burned out. But, push through. We have, like Addison mentioned, we have our company bowling tournament this week or today. So that's gonna be a little fun. Get to fraternize with the coworkers and stuff like that. So
Get the Raider game tomorrow, baby.
and then I'll be at the home opener Raiders. I would yell, but I don't want to have to push the button.
We're all tired.
Yeah.
Raiders.
Well, I was like, I'm gonna have to fucking push the button. The fucking decibels will go up. But yeah, save that for tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I think that's what's that got me through the week this week. Just knowing that I was gonna be in Vegas tomorrow for the game, ready to take down those Panthers. And yeah, man. I mean, other than that, everything mental wise, I just haven't been in my head all week. I haven't worked out, guys. So thank you very much for that. I'm gonna work out today.
I didn't.
Probably not.
Bowling's
a workout.
Yeah, bowling counts. It's a sport.
But I did.
Why's my whole right leg hurting?
Just get like the heavy ball and
And just
Dude,
take 2
curl
balls and
it.
throw them down at once.
Oh yeah.
whoa.
Or just hold balls.
Throw 2 balls down.
Curling
Huh?
your ball.
Yeah.
Curling your balls.
Throw your balls, huh?
No, I was talking to DP about that. Like trying to fucking start to work out. And then Gilbert's like, yeah, man, I have that issue too. I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, I have a fucking whole gym in my garage, bro, and I still can't get to work out. Like, I can't get myself just to walk outside and go work out. And he's like, well, just buy some pre-workout. So I brought pre-workout. So I think I'm just going to take it and not work out.
You're going to be in the bed just all wired and shit. Like, oh, shit, this workout's crazy. So I do the sheets and shit.
You guys feel ants?
Yeah, for real. Shit. So we're gonna give that a try and see where that takes me. Other than that, man, my week's, like I said, it's been, I'd say I'll give it a 6. I'm gonna bring it down because nothing exciting other than what's gonna happen. So next week my rating should be higher because I'd had the bowling tournament had the Raider game. So, we'll see how that week turns out.
That half doesn't come in for the weather that we've been having? Because, come on.
I was just about to say the weather's
The
been
weather's been great.
great.
Dude.
Weather's been great. Okay, I let's not
It was gonna be a 5, but the weather brought it
Yes.
to a 6.
exactly.
Yeah,
That-
bounced
thank
it
you.
up. There you go.
I was gonna go 4. Actually, I was gonna go 4.5, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, well, it hasn't been hot. I've been able to drive my car. I was like, 6 sounds good. 6 sounds good. Yeah. So, all right,
Take
man. That's our mental health check of the week. I do want to give a quick little stop to appreciate our small businesses and supporters here. And Trusted Brand, please, or Trusted Apparel, sorry, I keep saying brand. And Trusted Apparel, please go to their Instagram, support. It's for a great cause, for autism. They do have a website, merch, and all that stuff like that. Go check them out. Show them some love. Like I said, you don't want to buy anything. Just show them love. Like their post, repost. Give them a follow. They're trying to do something great. R&R brand, thank you for the the bowling shirt. I didn't bring it up. I should have brought it up so I could show you, but I'll show you guys next episode what the shirt looks like and how it came out. But you're going to see it on Instagram anyway if you follow us. So thank you for that. Go follow them. They're great. They help you all the way through. Had no issues. They're very professional. So go follow them on Instagram, R&R brand. We post them all the time. If you have any shirt needs, go ahead and do that. Reach out to them for that. And yeah. Oh, luxury window washing. My nephew, he has a window washing company. He's also that's his business. So he started it up. He's doing things out there right now. So go. We shouted him out, I think, a couple episodes ago as well. So I'll post them up again. If you need anything, your windows washed. I know in the IE or in like Funtucky, you guys have those like 3-story buildings, 3-story houses and all that bullshit with all those
Not
little
me,
windows.
but yeah, someone does.
Yeah.
I guess.
So, for all your window washing needs, shout out to Luxury Window Washing.
Yeah.
And yeah, all right, let's move on. So let's start off with great news. Sho-time.
Hey.
The greatest, the greatest baseball player I've ever seen or ever heard about. Because this motherfucker, and then it was another point too that I was like, wow. I was like, he's not even fully tooled right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not pitching, he's not, fucking playing defense. This was just hitting the ball offensively, and he's making an impact on this
Yeah,
team.
he's got one huge tool right now this year. Imagine when he has his other tool.
Hey,
Be tooled up.
he tooled up.
Double
Very
tools.
tooled. Like it just amazes me, bro. Like 52-52, broke the record at 48 or 40?
The record is 48, wasn't
48,
it?
right?
49.
49.
Or 49?
For the
49.
Dodgers.
Oh.
Dodgers single season home run record.
Yeah. Oh no, for the stolen bases and home runs, it was 48.
Oh.
For both?
I'm not sure.
Well, he broke that record, and now he's just stacking on 52-52. This is gonna be. I was saying he probably gonna get to 55.
I think 55's
Reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't think 60 is.
No, I think this is already too late in the season for 60. But if he had a great start to the season, because he started off slow. I remember the first first couple weeks that he was
Overpay.
a Dodger. Yeah,
Overpaid.
everybody was already like, oh, like here we go, like we got a big name coming over, and he just started like Manny Machado, hint. Yeah, fuck Padres. Pedro, this is to you,
Oh, there's a Padre
and
fan?
fuck the Chiefs.
This guy sucks.
Yeah, that guy sucks. No, man. So yeah, he had. I would believe that if he started the year strong and he was good all year, I think he probably would have hit 60. Because man,
I guess I'll have to do it next year.
Yeah.
Why, man? Could you imagine? Like, I think me and Rob were talking about that. Him winning MVP and Cy Young.
Yeah.
Like
it's
that
possible.
would be crazy.
He's gonna win MVP this year. I don't see how he doesn't.
I don't see how he doesn't either. They're trying to make a case like, oh, well, he's a DH. How can he? Like, bro, this motherfucker, it's not only that he's a DH. He's breaking fucking records, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that haven't been, like, even couldn't even talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And he's only hitting. Like, that's crazy to me, bro. Like, that's fucking nuts. But shout out to Shohei. Shout out to Dodgers. We're going to win this year for sure. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the Padres. Pedro. Yeah, so shout out to Shohei. Shout out to Dodgers. Shout out to the Raiders. Coming out and getting that big win in Baltimore.
Mhm.
I knew it.
When everybody counted us out. Yeah, man. I'm just amazed. I mean, that was a going into that game. That would have been a true Raider loss. Because we lost our first game, that heartbreaking. We would have snowballed into.
Could have been 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it was hot as fuck. I don't really blame them for losing that game. It was hot. I lost that game. Like, fuck, dog. Like, dude, that stadium sucks.
Yeah.
But so this is another trap game for us.
Yep, for sure.
Because we're going against one of the shitty teams in the NFL. They just changed her to the Red Rocket, which I'm scared of that fool, dude. Because every time we play this motherfucker, dude, this fool looks like fucking Joe Montana, fucking throwing bombs down the field, and we can't stop him for some reason, for some odd reason. But I want to optimistically think that this team has changed under Pierce, which it looks like it has, just by winning in the East Coast, because we never win in the East Coast in early games. So I'm going in there with full faith that we're going to blow this team out. Like, it's going to be one of those, like, at halftime, we come out in the third quarter, we score a touchdown, and the game's over.
Blowing the Red Rocket out.
Yep. So, yeah, get our guys out, get our guys out of the game so that we don't, get anybody injured, and move on until the Browns. So, but yeah, shout out to the Raiders. Let's see. All right, let's get on to some serious news. Did he do it or didn't he do it?
Did he slip into it?
Yeah, man. I think we all knew this was coming. Whoa.
Oh, he knew.
I'm sure he did. For sure he knew this was coming. He always sees it coming.
Yep.
But Diddy's charges, sex trafficking, racketeering, transportation, to engage in prostitution. So I think he's fucked. I mean, unless for me, the feds arresting him, not giving him bail, for one, because he intimidates witnesses, and if you go and think back, who killed Tupac? I'm just gonna who killed Biggie? I look at. I'm just saying right now, bro. This is, it's kind of turning into something, right? So them not letting him out because he intimidated witnesses and all that shit like that. So I'm just saying it's probably true.
Yeah, I think it's true.
Yeah.
I just wonder how much time he's gonna get.
Well, the thing is though too, it's the videos. I think a lot of CEOs stepping down now that
Yeah, that's the weird thing.
That
is
engage
all
with
the-
him.
All
Like-
the music executives that are stepping down. Now, I'm not saying it's because of this, but it's very interesting
I'm
times.
saying it's because
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah, for sure.
As soon as he got arrested, all of a sudden, all these motherfuckers are stepping down. You know why? And there's no reason to step down right now. Like, all of a sudden he gets arrested, and they don't let him post bail.
No, they got the tapes. That's what
I'm saying.
That's what it
That
is.
when that guy came out, the district attorney was like, "Oh, we have this, we have that, blah blah blah." As soon as that was a key word, was like, boom, we have all this shit. Everyone started like panicking. I'm sure there's even big investors like fucking Ciroc. I'm sure there's there's a whole bunch of people shitting it right now. That hey, I hate to say it, but LeBron, because I don't know, like dude, we don't know what these fools do behind closed doors, right?
Yep.
They're at these fucking parties. But if you're associated with Diddy in any way, Justin Bieber, like Usher,
Oh, sure, I know.
like it's this shit's gonna come out. and I don't know what to expect. So we're just here for the ride.
This fool's just gonna tell everything.
I hope so.
He has to, because for him to lessen his sentence, he's gonna have to
He's just
snitch.
gonna snitch on everyone.
You know,
The real question is, did he like order 1,000 bottles at once, or was it like a subscription? How did he get all those baby oil?
How do you get 1,000
He had
That's a
bottles?
lot of baby oil.
it was a Brinks truck,
Haven't you ever seen
but Johnson and Johnson truck that came down with a whole bunch
Johnson's
of
and
Haven't you
Johnson's
seen
screwed.
Dave Chappelle's making the band where he's like, I need you to go down to
cheesecake.
yeah,
Yeah, go get me a cheesecake.
But instead, it was bottles of
Oh.
bottles of baby oil. Need 20 bottles of baby oil.
I'm gonna need you to get me 10 cases of baby oil. If you can't, don't
Were
even
they
come
small
back.
bottles?
I don't
What were
know.
the size of
I
the
kinda
bottles?
think
They were the Costco size bottles
The
of
freaking
baby
gallon
oil.
tubs.
The
Yeah.
one with the pump.
Yep, the pump, easy access. You know, in every room. Even when you walk through the door, you could have. You know, they
Instead
thought
of
it
hand
was-
sanitizer,
yeah.
you
It
got
was-
baby oil.
Was it hand sanitizer? You're like, what the fuck? I'm trying to clean my hands.
Maybe he just had a slip and slide.
I was like, how does he walk around in the house?
Baby had a slip and slide. Shut the
Crocs.
fuck up.
Crocs.
He just had, he just had a really long slip and slide. He needed a
To
lot
get
of
to
baby
one
oil.
room to the other. He's like, gotta go.
Slid.
Oh my
The,
god.
the work Tims.
Oh my god, dude. So
But
yeah,
he's fucked.
he's definitely fucked.
That
And
might
it-
be a good thing for him.
Well, dude, and then all these memes that came out about him and R. Kelly, like this is when P Diddy goes to jail and him and R. Kelly link up. Like, nah, dude, they're like all the people in jail when P Diddy and R. Kelly come out with a song in jail. Like, I was like, bro, like all this shit is fucking crazy.
Instead of the closet, it's the cell.
Trapped in a cell. Oh my god. So yeah. So I mean, I would assume he's fucked. And the only way I can see him getting less time than what he's projected to get is if he snitches. And then, I mean, if he snitches to get less time, I mean, there's a lot of people going down. And it depends on what do you mean by going down? Pause. But like, me and my wife were talking about it. Like, well, what's wrong with him ordering prostitutes for these parties or whatever? Like, that's something personal that's not illegal. Right, but she was like, oh well, maybe it's because he, because they say he was bringing him over across state lines and all that stuff like that. So,
Oh no, he was prostituting the people.
but I was telling her, I was like, if you really think about it though, like, I would kind of assume, and I'm only assuming, that there was underage women there too, like prostitutes, right? And she's like, well, you can't. And I was like, well, they kind of go hand in hand. I mean, anytime you fucking see anything like this, like there's always that part of it.
Yeah.
Right. You can't tell me like, oh, he's like, how old are you?
No, there's no.
They're just ordering them to come down, and whoever comes down comes down. So to me, that's probably one of it too. Why it's such a bad thing, because of the age limit. But yeah. All right, let's move on. First question that I wanted to ask before we start is if you can go back in any moment. And this question actually stemmed from a gaming perspective, right? But we're going to use this as a general question. If you can go back and erase any moment and basically go back and relive it again, what would it be?
Sorry, I just heard the first question. I was gonna be like 9/11, and then I didn't hear the rest of the question. I was like, oh shit.
He's all race one event, and he was like,
9/11, and then
Hey,
I
not
relive
relive
it.
it.
No.
Strike the tape. We'll be right back.
I was like, oh shit. Let's take the rest of that question.
Kind of let him finish.
Oh,
Oh.
I let him finish.
All Diddy.
Still told, but one thing you want to relive, basically.
Like any moment. It doesn't have to be a moment you like. I would say maybe it has to be something that I guess you can.
Well, I've already said, I think a couple times, I enjoyed high school, so I would just go back and, as much as I hated school, I had fun in school. So like not learning
Is it-
the other dumb
Is it
bullshit.
like relive like
So I would
Time
I would
period?
literally
The whole
Yeah.
high school?
yeah.
I don't know about whole high school. I didn't like freshman.
Like I said, I know it sounds weird, but I had a good time in high school. I'd go back and live that.
I would say my junior, senior was like the best.
Yeah. For me, that's just mine.
Yeah.
It would be just go back and relive high school.
I think mine is like a section part of that. I think I would relive like my basketball version of myself.
Yeah.
You know, like I would say if you would tell me right now what I would want to relive, it would be like basketball from my senior year until like a couple years after. Because there's times where like I would get so fucked up. Like we would have a party Saturday night or Friday night, and I would get so fucking trashed, bro. And I'd have these fools. I would literally wake up like 10 minutes before the game. These fools would drop me off. I'd be throwing up mid-game and drop like 50, and then come home and go back to sleep. Dude, these fools are like literally they're hungover. They're watching me play, and I'm fucking taking timeouts to throw up because I'm hungover too. And I'd drop 50, would go get something to eat, and go back and go to sleep.
Respect.
Those are the times when I was young, bro. Those are the days, man. Yeah, that would be mine, I guess.
I don't know.
Mine would probably be the same as Rob's high school. I liked high school.
Yeah.
I've met all my friends, met everybody,
Yeah, I have good memories.
I know the
Yeah.
exact memory Chris wants to relive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I beat Ray in a dance battle.
I know the
I wanna
exact
relive that
repeat.
scene.
On
You know what
repeat.
that story?
No.
It doesn't even have to be the day. It could be like 2 minutes before the bell rang.
Yeah. So
I
during
hadn't started dancing yet. I was warming up.
during was it the sophomore year? Was it sophomore or junior?
Huh?
Was that sophomore? Or
Sophomore
junior?
year. That was
Sophomore year.
Oh, Chris knows it was June 7th, 2000.
They started doing this
4.
thing where they'd have the DJ out at lunch,
Oh, okay.
right? So everybody was cool, like and this was like when crumping was like bucking was like fucking in. So we were all like, I was part of the crew and all that stuff.
That's
Yeah.
Yard just came out.
Doing that shit, right? So one day they started doing this like circle thing by the DJ,
Oh.
and fucking
Oh,
Oh no!
hold on.
Pause again.
Pause.
Circle thing
damn!
around
So you
the
did
DJ.
you pulled the Chris Brown?
Huh?
Pulled the Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Punched the girl?
9/11. Actually,
Thinking back of that move, like it's so cool when you watched it, but then you watch it again, it's like, it wasn't really that cool. It's like,
Oh, that's no. Well, his was cool.
Yeah, the
but
other one.
fucking what's his name? Short.
and the last one.
Yeah, what's the guy's name? Fucking something short.
I've never seen the
Isn't it
movie.
DJ?
Whatever the fuck his name is. But when he did it, it didn't look
It was
cool.
all floppy and
I was like, when
His
Chris
legs
Brown
were
did it, he
flailing.
didn't slide. He just
Yeah.
did a hand,
And
like
he
an
was-
elbow stand or whatever.
yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. So yeah, but
Anyway,
anyway, back to the story. So our sophomore
back to
year,
get your own. Yeah, please tell. Please do tell your side of the story.
Oh, I'll tell you the side of the story.
Cheated.
So we used to do this. We get in a circle and people would, go in, battle or just like do a set and then get out, right? Well, one day we went. This girl started. I was dancing and all of a sudden this girl started trying to battle me, right? So she did her set, and this guy jumped in right after. Right, and then so it's gonna be my turn to go, and the bell rings. It was like perfect. It was like
It
one
was
of those
perfect.
like hats off, mic drop. Like I can't rebuttal. So like everybody's like, oh, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, like I just got sunned and I didn't even get to like respond.
Everyone's walking out. You're just dancing there by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody.
Freaking.
I'm all dancing on the way to class. Like
He's like, look, guys, look.
this is what
they're like, Raymond, sit down. He's all in class.
I'm trying.
I didn't lose.
I'm
I
trying.
I'm trying.
I gotta get this out. I gotta get this out. Yeah, and then it just turned into
Dang, imagine if you guys had social media back then.
Oh,
like,
bro.
Now,
Oh, it would have been on.
like
it
TikTok
would
would have
have been on. I would have been
Yeah.
sending videos to him.
No, but I mean,
Death
like
threats,
everyone would have
videos.
been. Everyone would have videos of Chris like finishing the bell rings, and he's like, boom, and then everyone's like, whoa, and Ray's just there like.
It's like that
then
one
it's just-
video of that guy where he says a joke and they go, "Oh," then that's Chris. Like, oh,
In the back.
yeah, and then that stemmed from every time I seen him, I wanted to beat the shit out of him, and then from that till us becoming lifelong
And the
best
times
friends.
now.
But
Yeah.
what changed?
Huh? It's just
What was the change that went
No.
from beating his ass? Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait.
Yo.
No Diddy?
all the 1,000 bottles.
1,000 bottles. Hey, yo, you did have a lot of fucking baby oil trail.
Whoa.
But what changed from like you wanting to fight him to like let's be friends?
It was the circle. I guess the circle
it's-
of friends we had.
Yeah, our circle of friends overlapped.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it was kind of like it overlapped to the point where like we kind of figured it was stupid to be.
Yeah.
With our powers combined.
We are Captain Planet.
Nah. Then we started dancing in a dance crew together.
Yeah.
That's,
It turned from
he's
us.
a good dancer. Oh yeah, I know I am.
He's not better than me.
I got accolades.
Yeah, he's not better than me.
I will
but,
always have that one up on him. No, but yeah, it was just we had the same circle of friends and kind of overlapped. Even in the quad, like we would hang around in like one of those like what do you call those? The circles that intertwine with each other and you have like common stuff in the middle.
Venn
Oh.
diagram.
Venn diagram, right? So that's how our circle was. Like we had a circle that linked together, and like people who knew each other were like standing in the middle of those two circles,
Yeah.
and the people that didn't know each other stand on the outside.
Mm,
And then we
okay.
kind of merged those circles, and it was like, all right, we all just kind of,
Hang
you know,
out, yeah.
yeah, kind of just one, it wasn't one of those like high school dramas where like at the end of the day, like fuck you kind of thing. We kind of figured it out, and it was, at that point,
All right.
we ended up,
So we know what Chris would relive.
oh shit,
High school.
whoa,
What happened?
We weren't recording.
Oh,
We haven't been recording.
we have been recording, but
All right.
It like paused or something.
yeah, it paused my screen, asking me for the. Oh, that was weird.
Hello.
Pause what screen? Your
Whoa.
computer or the camera?
No, it paused the. Hold on.
It's like verify who you are.
Yeah.
No, it has to use my microphone from my phone. Oh, we're good. I just want to look at the time there.
Okay.
I guess my senior year was kind of cool, but I was thinking like if I were to live, I really liked like my middle school or like that time, like just living in Japan at the time. Just remembered a lot from that, so maybe I'll choose that.
Oh yeah,
That's
as our
cool.
resident Japanese.
Hello.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
That's
Oh.
cool. I actually I mean, maybe we won't get into that part of it today. Maybe we get into your Japan life later. Next episode.
Mean streets of Japan.
Yeah, 'cause that'd be interesting to know.
I was an asshole, so yeah, maybe we could talk about that
Yeah.
another time.
Damn, you're asshole in Japan.
Yeah, I was.
Damn.
Big American asshole.
Honestly, yes.
He's like, yep. I always let them know it too. I'm American. What a jerk. All right, so let's get on to the first video that I sent was I'm sure you've seen this video about the Amazon driver that knocked himself out.
Oh, yo.
I actually didn't.
You didn't see?
No, I didn't.
So this Amazon driver was having a great day. He was coming to the door
Man,
to drop
he
off
was
a package.
so happy.
He was so happy, right? And they caught this on Ring. So he's going to the door. He's doing his thing on his little fucking handheld thing. Drops the package off, takes a picture. He turns around and he's like, you can tell he's giddy, like he's excited for the day. He goes and it's like a little tiny step porch, so like little step up. So he stepped on there to drop the package off, took a picture, turned around, and while he's right there, he's going to jump off the step. The roof of the house, I guess you could say there's a corner right there. I'm not sure why it's like that or whatever, but there's a corner piece right there, and he jumped off and he hit his head.
Bam.
Like hard. Like it was one of those jumps where he was like, yeah, he like kind of like got a little momentum.
Damn.
Hit his head, his fool fucking fell back and knocked himself out. and like you could see it. He hit his head, and he's like doing the fucking
His arm.
Tua.
Yeah,
He's
his
doing the
arms
Tua,
all-
like he's
no.
like that, and then the people are like, "Hey, are you okay?" Like, Dick, this was knocked out. If we can answer you.
Hey, is my package
is that my
okay?
package?
Did you land on my package?
Yeah, that dude. I felt bad for that guy because Jesus, man, that fool knocked himself out, unconscious.
He did like some Mario ass jump.
Yeah.
dude.
Amazon's probably like,
The coins fell out.
where you're letting your route, dude.
Yeah.
He's on the floor.
They're like texting him like, "Hello, like
You're falling behind.
Yeah,
You're there
like,
too long. You're there too long.
yeah. What the hell is going on?"
And then the truck wasn't in park and it rolled on.
Oh my god,
No.
FedEx guy.
Yeah, dude, he was there for like 2 minutes, just knocked out.
Dude, that sucks because then like, I wouldn't want to work. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if he kept working.
That's actually a great question to see if he stopped working or.
Because I wouldn't want to like imagine getting like, oh man, like I don't want to do this shit right now.
Yeah. Nah, well, even
All
that,
knocked
like, I
out.
wonder if he even came
Like a
to
sick-
and was like, "Where
Yeah.
the fuck? What the fuck
I
happened?"
just mean I hope that he didn't. Like he called Amazon and was like, yeah, I just
knocked myself out.
just knocked myself out.
It was like, you'll see it on TikTok soon.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
The guy at home's like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna go viral for it. The poor
Yeah.
guy's fucking on the
Dying.
ground dying.
Yeah, jeez, dude. 'Cause dude, man, yeah, that could have been even
Hey, are
worse.
you all right?
Could you imagine like if he would have hit his head on the fucking the step up?
Yeah.
Like he hit his head on the roof, and then when falling back, he hit the corner, like the step. Like, oh, dude,
Imagine
that
he
could have
hit his
been all
head
bad.
And then he did an elbow
But it-
handstand.
But
and then
Damn.
Yeah, everybody, the whole neighbor's like,
oh,
Chris
Then
came
the
out of
bell
nowhere.
rings.
the bell rings.
And then the
Ray's
bell
like,
rings.
oh, not again.
No.
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, I remember this. Like every time we talk about it, it just makes me mad.
That's why I don't look him straight in the eye when he starts talking about it.
Like it's just, I know, like you know.
You know, that's where I would want to relive. I want to
Yeah.
be put in that situation
put
and
in
go
that-
back.
Oh,
and
we could be
see-
like Game of Thrones, like a third-eyed raven.
I want to go back. I want to go back into there and be like, "Damn! Hold the door."
He's standing next to Ray just in case.
Yeah. Hold the door. Shut the fuck. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. That was a interesting. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, but I mean, this was my best friend, bro. Like I mean,
I was an asshole back then. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Hey,
everything.
that was
But-
a dick move. I know it was a dick move. I get it.
But I mean,
I get it. We know. Years later, I get it.
Like, there's never been a party ever again where there could be dancing
Yep.
and they're both invited.
Chris has always gotten in the circle for some weird reason after that.
Chris always ends up blending in because he doesn't want to, show out. But yeah.
I'm just waiting for that bell, man. Just,
Ding. But yeah. All right, man. So I wonder if you guys seen that video of the 8-year-old girl who drove to Target.
what?
She stole her.
I
mom.
didn't see the video, but I heard of the story.
Yeah, so 8-year-old girl, she wanted to go to Target, and I guess her parents wouldn't let her or wouldn't take her. So she snuck out of the house in the morning, early morning, took the car, drove to Target,
Mm-hmm.
and then Starbucks.
Damn.
And
This,
Starbucks?
this gives me a lot of anxiety.
And she bought, so she went to Target, one, by herself, got to Target without crashing into anybody.
Yeah.
Two, racked up a $400 bill,
How?
What?
self-checkout,
And just walked out?
walked out.
How do
What?
I forget to pay for a bag and they're trying to stop me?
That was one thing I was talking. We're talking with my wife about it. I was like, bro,
how many
like
bags did she have?
you're not gonna see her at the self
It's
checkout.
one
Yeah,
Lego.
that's what I mean. How many bags did she have?
Well, I was like, you're not gonna see her at the self checkout and like question it. Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this 8-year-old girl is
Or
by
maybe she
herself
didn't even
at
self checkout. Maybe she just pushed the card out.
No, they said that she self checked out. $400 bill.
How's what the fuck? How's this kid? I know she's 8, but she
That
drove.
was
She drove. She didn't hit anything. I assume she stopped at the red
she
lights.
said supposedly the only thing she hit was a mailbox.
I assume she stopped at the
Backing
red
up.
lights.
Backing up because you can't see behind the seats.
She parked.
Hey, she parked. Yeah.
She put the car in park.
She went to the Starbucks drive-through order.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did her fucking got her stars.
Damn.
Yeah, fuck. She had everything, huh?
Imagine just a drive-through. Like,
She just pulls up. Yeah.
black coffee, please.
No, but
It's a rough
that
day.
it gives me anxiety thinking like she was just driving on the streets.
Well,
like,
so somebody recorded her driving, like the car. It was erratic, bro. Like it was like it'd go off to the right, and then it was like, zoom, like
she would overcorrect.
overcorrected.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I was like, whoa, like what the fuck? But they were saying like, luckily it was so early in the morning, there wasn't a lot of people on the road, like that type of shit. Because
She's
honestly,
like, I gotta
if there
get there
were-
before all the traffic.
yeah, so I gotta beat all the traffic.
Pretty smart. How far was the
There's a
Target?
smart
I
kid.
know.
They said 25 minutes.
25 minutes?
It took her 25 minutes.
That's
to
what I'm
get
saying.
there.
This gives me anxiety
I don't know. Was
knowing
she going
like
slow, or was it like
She
a
was going
5-mile
the speed
drive?
limit.
It was like a 15, 25 mile,
Damn.
like, because the guy that was following behind her, like the way you saw her like driving, it wasn't fast. Like,
Oh,
she wasn't speeding. She was probably like barely touching the gas, and it was like maybe 20,
Probably couldn't
25
reach
miles.
the gas.
Yeah,
Because the gas is further than the
Yeah.
brakes. I'm pretty sure she can like
yeah.
hit that brake.
I don't know. That's it. That's crazy. I mean, somehow smart and stupid at the same time.
Somehow just
Dude.
stupid. Because fuck,
Right.
you could have.
How do you
You
not
gotta
know?
kill
No,
yourself.
it's definitely stupid. But I mean, it's like, how did
How did the
How did
parents?
they do it?
Yeah, how did parents not see her like fucking?
Leave.
They saw,
How
the,
did
they
hear
saw
the
the
car?
guy hit his head at the Amazon, but they didn't see the kid leave.
Well, the thing to me is like, I mean, at 8 years old, you're not thinking my kid is gonna take my car and drive somewhere.
But you
That's
can,
something like-
hear your
like-
car start and like.
Well, I mean, it
Think,
was
like-
I'm sure it was like fucking 4:00 in the morning,
not-
maybe.
Yeah.
The way
I
the
was
sun
wondering what that
looked,
was.
like the way the video
like
was taken,
gas.
it was like early in the morning, like the sun was barely coming out.
That's not gas, right?
No, not that kind of gas. It
Oh,
smells like
okay.
car gas.
Yeah,
okay.
it's probably car gas.
Car
Yeah.
gas.
Target opens at 9 though, so I think right. I don't know.
Depends. I think they open like at
8
or
or
7.
7:30, something
Yeah.
like that. Sometimes
Like
they have
8.
the early.
I think
op-
like 8.
yeah.
She walked in with the morning crew.
Yeah, right.
All right, ready
Morning
for
crew
my
was like,
shit.
yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's a new
Who-
hire.
They're like, who
She's
brought
paying
their kid?
$400. Fuck it.
Yeah, she's like, they're like, oh, you're gonna spend.
But that's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean.
no, you're fine.
Like, I just that's it crazy. Like I said, I know it's very stupid, but I'm like, she drove there again, still not good, but she got there and didn't crash, parked, went inside the Target, scanned everything, didn't pay for it, but I'm surprised she scanned everything.
Well, what about if you did the drive up?
Yeah, right.
Like if she drove up and they came
Throw it
through
in
the
the back.
window, like just throw it in the back.
Throw it in the
Like,
back.
what the fuck?
That's what I mean. Then did she go to Target? I mean,
Starbucks.
Starbucks, and then she.
Why I can tell
They're
you right
like,
now,
no,
she
we
probably
can't
didn't
give you anything. You don't have money.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure she didn't go through the drive-through because she probably would
Or was it the Starbucks in Target?
That's what I was
Oh,
saying.
maybe it was Starbucks and Target. Had to be because I was thinking about that right now. I was like, she probably didn't go through the drive-through because she probably would hit something.
She went through.
She probably went to buy the $400 Target shit, went straight to the Starbucks in Target to get something, to order something, and then left.
That's crazy. Did they interview?
Wait,
did
when,
they interview
when
her?
did they catch her? Wait, back at
At
home?
Target.
Oh, at Target. I was
Oh,
like,
at Target.
I was like,
Okay.
did she drive back?
She's at home with with their $400 Legos, drinking her Starbucks. What's up, mom?
Yeah, it's all
How'd
like
you get
they
that?
they just got up. Yeah, they just got up. They're like, what
Cars
the
all on the
fuck?
fucking lawn.
Yeah, because the
You
guy,
need- you
the,
need gas.
the person who,
Oil change, like
well, change light came on. No, they said that the person who recorded called the cops, and that's they follow the guy followed the car or whoever
What a
was recording
snitch.
What a jerk.
followed the car to Target, and then the cops got.
She got a family to take care of.
Hey, you know she's trying to take care of her family.
Yep.
$400.
That's crazy. though.
Groceries.
That's a crazy story. I always hear those stories, and it blows my mind. Like
Whoa.
these kids, fucking, just driving. Like, how do parents not know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, where do they keep their keys?
Mm.
You know.
Now I'm gonna have to lock up my keys.
Well, I don't
And
think
one of
your-
those like beep beep beep. beep.
I don't think your kids are dumb enough to take.
Oh, I tell you right now, my kids are not dumb enough to do that.
Oh,
God.
Oh, there's
damn
a
it.
C.
Yeah, my kids are not dumb enough to fucking.
that's what I'm saying.
I
They're,
don't think
they're
they're dumb
well-behaved
enough, but
kids, so
yeah.
they're not gonna take your car. I would hope they don't, but
Yeah, so hopefully they don't.
His little daughter's all.
they always talk about it though too. They're like, yeah, you know, we're all gonna be all the cousins. They're like, yeah, we're gonna Aaliyah's gonna have a car, which is my oldest daughter, and then we're all gonna be there with her in the car driving. Like,
You're like, no, you're not.
yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
You're all gonna be fucking over. What the fuck are you talking about?
Have you taught him how to drive yet?
No,
None of them.
no.
Well, she's
My son is going to start. We're going to start teaching him. He's 16, so he's gonna start.
But your oldest daughter's
13.
13?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, they're both old.
So you never like put them like on the steering
Oh
wheel?
no, yeah. I
Oh, I was gonna say never done like, cause I'm pretty sure that's probably how she knows.
Oh no, yeah.
'Cause,
Like
you know,
I've
you put your kid on the steering wheel
I've
to
put them
kinda-
on the steering wheel and drove into the parking lot before.
Yeah,
I've done that
yeah.
stuff, before, but yeah,
I was gonna say I did that at 8.
yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I learned how to drive at like 12.
Yeah.
And I was on a stick car.
I learned how to
Stick.
drive by just taking the car out, like the
Damn.
8-year-old.
I used
But
to
I
drive.
was 13 or 14.
I first drove on the other side of the road.
No.
And then I moved here, and I was like, "What the fuck's
You
going
would push
on?"
the car out and then started
That's
like
true.
down the
That's
street.
crazy.
No, that was at 16.
Oh,
That was when we were sneaking out of my house. But I was like, when I first learned how to drive, my grandparents were gone, and I just at 14 I got
Just
the
took the car?
keys and took the car, and it was one of those where like I drove down the street, came back, parked it, and then like sat there, and I was like, man, I can do this.
I'm fucking good.
Yeah, I'm good. I could do this. And then so they left again one time, and then I did it again, but this time I went farther, and I was like, oh, like I could fucking do this. Like this is not that bad. Yeah. So
Yeah. I think at 13, my mom.
allegedly.
Don't do this.
Yeah,
Don't do that, Rich.
allegedly.
I drove to San Diego.
What?
Yeah.
At 12?
No, like at
Oh.
13 or 14. Just on the freeway. Not by myself.
Oh.
But yeah,
Oh, that's
What do
cool.
you mean
So,
by
so,
yourself?
so something that you drive.
my mom.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like I said, I learned on 6th shift. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
my mom had a little red Toyota Corolla,
Mhm.
like old one. And
Is
that's
that the box one?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like really boxy,
Yeah.
like the trunk and everything.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I learned on. So
Hmm.
like I said, she would always just like, we'll just go to a parking lot, and she would just teach me.
That's
And
cool.
then, like I said, progressively, once I was like 14, I pretty much knew how to drive. 15.
Stick. Dang, he was a good learner at
Damn.
driving stick.
Not me.
Still know how to drive it.
I think remember my dad took me on a trip to San Francisco. I think we were going to a Giants game or something. And he's like, "Oh, you could drive from this road. Just when you get to this point, just wake me up." I didn't wake him up. I woke him up. We're at the toll bridge on the fucking Golden Gate. It was like back when you had to use toll, and I was like, "Dad," and he was like, "What the fuck?"
Addison's like, Dad.
Look, I was just sitting there, and he's like,
blows past the toll. He's all, wake me up when you get to this point.
"Yeah."
He's like 10 miles later.
Not even that, that's
it was
what
probably
he
like an
gets.
hour, to be honest.
That's what I
I was
said.
far, dude.
Yeah, I was like, no, there's no way. I was
Yeah.
like, he's probably like an hour out. Like,
Yeah, no,
fucking-
I was-
it's like 100
His
miles.
dad got a good ass
Yeah, the
nap
good-ass
too,
nap,
and then
yeah.
he fucking woke up to
He's
Dad.
like, "Dad, I need some money for the toll." He's like, "What the fuck?"
What toll?
He died waking up like, what the fuck?
Flying off the bridge.
San Jose.
Yeah, the fuck. All right, man. This next story, I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure if you guys seen this one, but Chris sent it to me. It's the robot. They're trying to get somebody out of a hotel. Was it a hotel?
Yeah.
Or a hotel
Yeah.
room?
Motel. probably.
Because disturbance, whatever. They sent the SWAT down there. SWAT has this robot that can go, open the door, break windows, and all bullshit. So that's not the thing that got me. All right.
I know.
That's not the thing that got me. So the robot goes to the door, right, and tries to open the door, whatever, blah blah. So the guy thought he was smart, and he opens the door and he throws a blanket over the robot, right, and he closes the door back up, whatever. The robot does its thing. It breaks the window, throws tear gas in there, and then the food gets out of the window because it's like there's no ventilation, so the food's like coughing and shit.
Yeah, the tear gas is getting.
He jumps out of the window, and then
he tries to shoot the. She
tries to shoot the robot, right? And it's not working. So then that's when they do the tear gas.
Yeah.
He jumps out of the window and he's like on all fours next to the robot. Yeah, coughing,
The
right?
robot got the baby oil.
No,
Dude.
yeah, it looked
what?
like that, bro.
What?
He was on all fours, right? The robot turned to him
Whoa.
and fucking rammed him. I'm talking about.
Oh,
the
now
fucking
I have to
robot-
watch this video.
The robot fucking ran over him and like was like on top of this fool until the SWAT.
Do you like that?
Yeah, like the fucking robot bumped him to like knock him over, and then rolled on top of him and waited for SWAT to get there, dick.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, no, dude, there's no way. You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna be in the intake room, and they're gonna be like,
How'd you get
how
caught?
do you get caught? A robot got me. Like, what the fuck?
No, robot didn't get you. Robot fucked you.
That robot fucked that fool, dude.
It seriously.
Oh my god, it was fucking crazy.
It was Robot Diddy for sure.
Yeah, that they
Robo-Diddy.
definitely fucking
Hit
took
him in
one
the
out
eyes
of,
and then hit him in the back.
Yeah, should have
Yeah,
been,
bro.
I would have been on force and been like English or Spanish, and then the robot would have been like, let him go.
Yep.
Oh, I think the funniest thing is his pants come down.
Damn,
See,
so it
that's what
really
I'm
did get
saying,
real.
dog. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I send you the videos if you want to watch.
Yeah, that shit. I was like, I watched the video and I was like, oh, that's pretty funny, you
And it
know,
has
whatever.
Stupid ass fucking this blanket over the whole time.
Yeah. It's like, let me cover it.
Hey, the robot did all that.
Got him.
Yeah. It's like, shh.
Now we can't see.
Quiet. Don't worry. I'll keep you warm. Yeah, so that shit had me dying, dog. That fucking
Yeah, that's funny.
Damn.
yeah.
A robot.
Oh, there he goes. He's about to watch the robot get his action in right now.
Bro, he opened the door and literally like through the blanket. He could have just ran.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Look at the fucking rabbit.
Damn.
Dude, that's
That was a horrible way to go. I would
The ro-
I would just been like,
Just take my life.
yeah.
Yeah,
The robot
fucking-
turns into R2D2.
Yeah. The little fucking thing comes out.
Yeah.
Or like in BB-8 where it's all
Yeah.
the thumbs up.
Oh my god.
That was funny. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one. All right. Let's get into our coming hot question. Well, it's not even a question. It's coming in hot is not going to be on this episode. It will be our Werkz review. The Werkz review. We are going to review the movie The Iron Claw.
Yeah.
I personally hadn't watched it till yesterday. I've seen a lot of clips about it.
Oh wow!
But
So you haven't even seen it yet.
I hadn't seen it all the way through. So I watched it yesterday, and I can tell you right now, it's probably one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, it's really good.
It's a really good movie. It's really great.
And that says a lot, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not talking about like action wise and all that stuff. It's just the story, the acting, the way they played the movie out, the shots.
That production is really good. The A24,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, they do
They're-
good movies.
I'm saying like just the whole outlook of the movie, the scenery, the action, not action, but like the actual like substance of the movie, the way they shot it, like the angles, everything, how they wanted you to feel, like it was just to me the
This
greatest
is
movie I've seen.
This is the second movie we reviewed that's A24.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first one we did was Civil War.
Yeah. So, so let's just dive in. So this is a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie, cut off now and just go watch it because I'm telling you right now, it's gonna change.
Where
your
is
life.
it? What's it on?
It's on
It's on
Max.
Max.
It's on Max. Sorry. So it's basically based on a true story about a wrestler back in the 80s, and how wrestling was getting, coming onto the scene, all that stuff like that. So, guy didn't get the chance to be the man. Was trying.
But a family of wrestlers.
It's a wrestling family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The dad first was trying to be
Yeah.
the man,
Yeah.
right? He was trying to be the man. Had his sons there, traveling the world, not the world, but traveling the country, trying to get his name out there, trying to make it big and all that stuff, but didn't get the chance to. He creates his own little wrestling, I guess I'd say studio, or like arena kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he ends up having 5 boys. His oldest son ends up dying. I didn't catch that, but did they mention how the son died? The first son?
I don't think they.
I
Because-
think they do mention it. And I don't remember how.
because
Because he dies young.
yes, and that was my point. Like I was like, oh, maybe it was like a miscarriage, but then I saw that at the end of the movie he was.
Yeah, they mentioned it.
older.
I just don't remember when or like how, they do mention it like briefly how he passes away because he's young when he passes away, and then the other
Because
brothers.
I try to remember back to that Zac Efron scene where she's asking him about it, or he says like, "Oh, I'm not the oldest," and then but he didn't like specify.
I want to say that there's a point where they say like mention it. I want to say.
Yeah, like I said, I gotta watch. I rewatched that movie because again, there's a lot of stuff there.
I didn't rewatch it for this, but I remember it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I honestly think there was even like they left out a brother in the movie.
Well, yeah, I was gonna tell them. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
So that's even more like freaking. There's one brother. It didn't really. I guess for the story, it didn't like kind of fit.
Oh, so there was a sixth brother?
There's a sixth brother.
And he passed away too. So
Oh
like,
shit.
Yeah, it was. That's what I was gonna say. It was just all bad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But go ahead. Like, so the oldest brother passes.
Yeah, the oldest brother passes, and then the guy ends up having 4 other children, but 5 other children
In real life,
that they didn't
yeah.
in real life. So the 4 brothers, the dad is basically getting them to be a part of the family,
family business.
family
pretty much.
business,
Yep.
which is wrestling.
Yeah.
One of the sons ends up being like a Olympic disc thrower. The oldest at that time, he's like the golden, the golden child. This fool's fucking Zac Efron. He's like buff as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
And he's like the projected, like that's the guy that's gonna go do what I couldn't do, right? And then the other brothers fall in line. And then there's always like, and the funny thing is like you always see this in a family, that's big, is one of the sons is like not. I guess you could say he's not like the other brothers. It's always one, right? Because you have like 5 or 6 brothers. 4 of them are like, there's 6 of them. 5 of them are all athletic. They kind of look, they kind of can do the same things. And there's just that one brother that just didn't get any of it,
Yeah.
right? Or he doesn't like the same shit, right? And so that's how this was. It's one of the brothers. He's not into that type of shit. He's more like musical, all that bullshit.
But they like want him to be part of the business, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah,
He's
he doesn't
like,
want to. But that's another thing that I think this movie projected really well is the way how the dad tries to push his dreams on his kids, and how that's how usually life is. Like say me, like for instance, I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna do that. I didn't want to like make my kids play sports. I didn't want my son to force him to play basketball because I didn't get to make it, and I wanted to see if he could make it, that type of shit. Like I didn't want to do that. I want you to find your way. But in that movie, like he projects really hard on his kids. Like I want you guys to be the middleweight champion of the world or heavyweight champion of the world. Like where I couldn't go. I want that belt in our family.
Yeah, you see like from both sides too. It's like the dad's like that, but then the mom's kind of like the mom.
Oh, and I want to talk about the mom too later down in this review because it's kind of the way they portray her too is like till the end is great, right? So as I'm saying, the whole aspect of this movie is fucking amazing, man. So the dad does that. The brothers kind of go through it. They try to step up their game. The older brother kind of fails a little bit, and the next brother in line is like more charismatic. So he kind of takes on into the role of like
he's better at being on camera.
Yeah, on camera
and speaking and like hyping up people or like in his interviews he's better vocally. Where
he's better on the mic.
Yeah, where Zac Efron's character he like is in his head and he's like trying too hard.
Yep.
And so like they're like in one scene they're like videoing him and he's like stumbling and he's like, oh no, let's do another take, and they're kind of like.
Yeah, they gotta keep
like
going
you kind of
on.
got to do it in one take, like, and that's why the other brother, the second oldest, right?
Yeah,
is better at it, and then he kind of
there's kind of animosity towards that because he feels like he's kind of jealous because he can't do that, but he has like the skill. Because if he had that skill, he'd be all around,
the wrestling and the look of Zac Efron in the movie or as portrayed as the one brother, he's it, but he just doesn't have the he can't sell himself in terms of like how he talks and how he is on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you have the third brother who was the disc thrower that was gonna be the in the Olympics when this is a time where they canceled the Olympics because of the shit that was going on in the world.
I think it's in Russia or something like that, and then the USA didn't send people or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
I think it's probably during the Cold War.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pulled all their athletes.
Yep.
So
then he ends up coming back home. Then he joins the family business. And then again, they start doing this trio thing, and they become big doing that.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, they come doing that. And then, yeah, man. So basically, that's what the story is, telling about, like them trying to please their father the whole time, right? They always look to him of like acceptance and how did we do, right? And the father's always projecting as like either they did good or they did bad.
well, he ranks them too.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that. Well, funny thing is like the ranking system he has. He's like, oh, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
And he even lists like he's my number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Yeah. He's like, but hey, it all can change. You can change it.
And throughout the movie, it does because, like I said,
it.
at first it's Zac Efron, but then when the second brother gets better in terms, he's like pushes him to be the face of the family and to be the face of everything. Yep. And Zac Efron kind of gets put on the back burner, and then Zac Efron kind of goes into like not depression, but he's like, well, what the fuck, like
a downward spiral for sure. Yeah, internally.
So no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say the crazy thing you mentioned that because you can kind of see it in him, where I feel like he did the way he handled it was great. Like I guess what I would say is like he didn't indulge in like drugs, right?
He didn't go like how his brothers were.
Even in depression, like even when his dad would shun him for like, oh, your other brother is better than you kind of way. Mm-hmm. Like he would just take a back seat and just be like, I'm just gonna be here for my brother. Yeah. That type of shit, right? And I think that was like, to me, like, fuck, the way they portrayed that is crazy. Like,
yeah. So I mean, the story goes, and the second brother's in Japan, right?
Well, yeah, because they had Zac Efron just got married.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's a scene where he goes into the restroom and he's throwing up blood, and then they go on into the wedding, whatever, and then he goes to Japan for the wrestling thing, and ends up dying.
Yeah, his second brother ends up passing away, or the second oldest ends up passing away in Japan, and it's like a shock to the family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, they're all going through it, and then
the whole
and then the third brother.
Well, before that, there's a interesting thing that we were brought up. How he tells his sons when the first brother dies, they're all at the porch. They have their sunglasses on, and like you can tell like they're crying. Mm-hmm. And he goes and he's like, "Take your sunglasses off." He's like, and don't cry. He's like, "We don't cry."
Yeah.
He's like, you don't show that shit, that type of shit. Like and I'm like, damn, like that right there is like that's how we grew up, dude.
Yeah.
Like don't show your feelings. Even the mom, like the mom is, you can tell she's visibly wrecked with the second son that has died, and she's like, you can tell like she's trying to like toughen up because she knows like her husband's gonna tell her like you better not cry too, type of shit. So, but then the third brother, the disc thrower, gets pushed up to being the main guy, and he's like winning, he's doing great, and then he actually does it.
Yeah, he does it. He wins the championship, and again, Zac Efron's pushed back like, when am I gonna get my shot? And then that brother goes out and is riding his motorcycle, and he's drinking and going crazy, and he fucking crashes and gets his leg amputated. Mm-hmm. And then he goes into a downward spiral of just hating life. And then
I think he was already on a downward spiral even before that he won.
Yeah, I think it was
because he was already in drugs and all that shit.
I think it was the when he got pulled from the Olympics.
Yeah.
It started back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, he ends up taking his own life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's,
and that's
that
was a
oldest
crazy scene. Like that was a really good scene.
That scene, and if you want to talk about that scene.
Yeah. So he's at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's back at home, and then you don't see it, right? Do you?
Well, no. So the brother calls Zac Efron, and he tells him like, "Hey, like I'm in a bad place right now, like blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
And he like fucking rushes over there, right?
Well, he wasn't there, so he called.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey,"
dad.
he called. He's like, they have the conversation, and Zac Efron knows like his brother's like fucked up,
Yeah.
so he calls the dad and tells the dad like, "Hey, like he, my brother just called me, like you need to go check on him, like watch him," and the dad like typical like, "You guys."
Figure it out.
Yeah, you guys work that
Yeah.
work that out amongst yourselves. Like
Yeah.
blah blah. Like basically, I'm not taking any accountability for anything.
I'm not gonna be a dad.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then so Zac Efron rushes home, and right when he gets home, you don't see him shoot himself, but you hear the shot and then he's dead. So yeah. And then that scene where Zac Efron has that confrontation with his dad.
Yeah.
It kind of bursts out of him like, you ruined us, that type of shit. Like you weren't.
You put us against each other.
Yep, that type of shit. So, so that's a third brother dies. The youngest brother ends up being a part of wrestling, right? And then ends up getting injured, has to have surgery, but then goes into a coma after surgery for some reason, right? And then ends up having like brain damage from the surgery.
Yeah.
So he's not the same anymore.
And this is the brother that liked music, wanted to like play guitar and be in a band, and like was, like you said, different.
Yeah.
Wasn't like the other brothers where they wanted to be wrestling, but the dad pushed them into it.
And then now he goes into wrestling because he feels like he has to because of the brother.
And I think on the first match, like he
hurts his shoulder.
He hurts.
Yeah, and then he like put him in a coma.
So, and then that's another thing about, having to please your father. He wanted to please his dad so much that he did something that he didn't want to do, ended up hurting himself and then hurting his life, taking his life because of what he chose to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he commits suicide because he didn't want to be there no more because of what happened to him.
Yeah.
So now Zac Efron is alone, right? Do you have anything you want to say?
No, you guys broke it down pretty well. I mean, all I have is my letterbox review. I have a letterbox. If anyone wants to follow it, just kidding. No one follow it. I do, but it's just for myself because I like to track what I watch and like review things.
Mm-hmm.
So let me read my letterbox for you.
Okay.
This was when did you do this? Like after you
It was
watched
right
the
after
movie?
the movie. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
watched
So
it.
there you go.
Yeah. So right now I just wrote heartbreaking movie, solid performance all around. Wrestling scenes actually pretty believable. And then the relationships between the brothers were strong and can be felt throughout the movie, which adds to the devastation. Zac Efron at least could have deserved a nomination for an Oscar, if anything, for that scene at the end alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was good. That's what. Okay, so that's why I wanted to do that before I got to the end scene because the end scene is what broke me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I like because at the point where he loses all his brothers and he starts sleeping at home or sleeping at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, like I started, like you kind of feel like it looks like it's gonna go to that point where he's like I felt like he was gonna take his life.
Yeah.
Right, because he's like, I lost all my brothers. Like, I don't want to go home. This is a curse. Like, I don't want my family to, the family he was building at that time. Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
he had the wife and what, 2 kids.
Change his name
Yeah.
too. So, yeah. So that part happened, and it kind of made you feel like it was going into that lane where it was like he's probably gonna end up taking his life, but then he kind of has this like, I don't know, want to say it's like reckoning or like
Like a revelation.
of like, fuck, my dad kind of fucked us. Right, he opens like the fucking the money book and he's like, I didn't get the money I'm supposed to get.
because his dad
gave him the
business.
And so he's like, oh, like I think it was just one of those things where like, man, like he really fucked us.
Yeah, he starts to realize their dad wasn't paying them
what they were supposed to be
what
paid.
to be paid,
Yeah.
and then the dad makes it seem like, well, I'm giving you the business. Like, I don't think he gives it to him. I think he sells it to him or something, right?
I think at the end he sells it. He sells the
the
company.
business.
But he Zac Efron's character gets the business, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, he starts looking at all the books and looking at everything. He's like, wow, we were getting screwed this whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, he gets a revelation basically, you know, like, oh, I need to go fix my family. So he ends up leaving, sells the wrestling business, goes buys himself a ranch with his wife, and has 2 kids, and then has having a third. But the end part we're talking about is, you know, he's sitting on the grass and his kids are playing, and then he just starts breaking down crying, right? And you at that point you know why he's crying, right? Because I saw it. Like, I'm like, that was you guys, right? That was him and his brothers. You know,
he's watching himself and his brothers through his kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and he knows that he has another kid coming, and I'm sure it's a boy.
Yeah.
Right. So like, he sees that, and he starts crying, breaking down, and then I think the most strongest part of this movie was that part where the kids come over and they sit on his lap and they're like, "Dad, why are you crying?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be crying." And then the kid goes, what he says, like,
It's okay.
"Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
Everybody cries."
Yeah.
You know, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, that hit me like super hard, bro. Because it's like, you don't want to show that to your kids because you don't want to be vulnerable in that moment. But at the same time, it's good for them to see that.
Yeah.
Right? It's good for them to see that you're being vulnerable, right? Because that's what they need,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? For life, right? You don't want to teach them like they have to be so hardcore and fucking, you know, act like they don't feel anything and all that shit and bottle everything up, because then it goes through, you know, drugs, how they release and all that stuff like that. So that part, and then when he asked them like, "Oh, you know, why are you crying?" The son asks him like, "Why are you crying? Like, do you know why you're sad?" And he's like, "Well, it's because I was a brother." He's like, "Now I'm not a brother." And then the line fucking, "Well, Dad, we can be your brothers." Oh my God, dude. I was like, "Oh my God, dude, leave me alone."
Yeah, for real.
So, yeah, man, fucking amazing movie.
Yeah, it's actually a really great movie. Like I said, it's crazy. It's crazy that it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to think you have 5 brothers and then you're the only one.
Yep.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
And they all died tragically. Not in any... Maybe the oldest brother who passed away young maybe got sick or something, but, like, they all died tragically. Suicides, all that shit.
Oh, and then
Overdoses,
there
all
is a
that.
part of the movie, too, I forgot to mention, when the third brother dies. And he wakes up after committing suicide, and he's on the boat.
Oh, yeah, with the...
Yeah, and then he's like, "Brothers."
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was like, man. Like, that, to me, it's like one of those, like...
And I think...
you wonder, like...
I think it's Zach... I don't know, again... Because I think in the movie, Zac Efron even says, he's like, "I just want to, like, hang out with my brothers.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want to, like...
I just want to, just be with my brothers."
Oh, that's when the wife asked him, like, "What do you like to do?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I just want to be with my brothers."
And that just keeps going throughout the movie, and you're just like, damn, as they keep falling, you're like, this, like, he just wanted to, like, be with his family.
Yeah,
Like,
he didn't care. The thing is, though, he says it too. He's like, I never wanted the championship. He's like, I really didn't want it. He's like, I just wanted to be with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, us wrestling together. Like, I just wanted to wrestle with you guys. You know, us be a family and wrestle. He's like, I didn't give a fuck about the championship.
Yeah, it's just sad. Like I said, the dad pitted them against each other, pushed them, and then they all, like I said, just started dropping, and then there was literally only one left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to after the movie, I read like a little bit of stories on that guy, his life and all that, and like it's crazy to think like that happened to him. And when you look at it, I think at the end of the movie they show like his whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has like tons of
Kids.
grandkids, great grandkids, kids, like tons of them. And to think like
That could have been
none
even
of his
more.
brothers were there.
Well, isn't that could have been even
Yeah,
more because
none of his brothers were there.
Yeah. I think it was cool too because his wife helped him a lot. Like I don't think he would have been able to get through it anything without her.
Oh yeah.
Even like she was even like had to like tell him, put him in place sometimes. So she did get her job. Like I said, everyone in that movie acted their ass off. So
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
That was a good movie. So for me, I would say it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Had no issues with the movie. Everything was great. Acting, shots,
Yeah.
just the whole story. There wasn't to me, there wasn't a boring moment in that movie. Like everything had substance. You know how you have movies where like you're like, why did they put this shit in there?
Yeah.
That movie was like from front to back. It was
Yeah.
good.
To talk about what Addison said, there was a fifth brother because we Googled it.
Uh-huh.
He was smaller than all of them,
Mm.
but he wanted to wrestle, but he was just too small,
Yeah.
and he ended up taking his own life because he couldn't really do the wrestling. He was just too small, like the run the litter essentially.
Yeah.
And he was the youngest, and he really wanted to be in it. And they're like, you can't like do what your brothers could do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, that would have like another brother, like that would have sucked to watch on the movie. Like in the movie, I had like just to know that there was another one. Like
the crazy thing is too. Oh, I forgot to talk about the mom. Like you saw her every time like one of the sons went down. Like how it broke her. And how she was trying to like not show like it broke her, until the end. Like when she was like when she lost all the sons except obviously the Zac Efron. The dad comes home for dinner, and there's no dinner being made, and she's just there painting.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was like, whoa, that's crazy. To me, that was like, wow, like that's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like telling him like you don't control me anymore.
Yeah. I think they got divorced in real life after.
oh, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Might have been. I don't remember that part.
No, it wasn't in the movie, but I think in real life they actually ended up getting divorced.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty powerful, like showing him like you don't control us anymore or control me anymore. I'm done listening to you, type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Then
crazy.
Then she fucking stunners him.
Stunners,
Gives him the claw.
Claw.
Claws his penis.
Oh, whoa, fuck.
But yeah, like I said, great movie.
Yeah, great
we watched it together. It was like, fuck, this is really good. Again, I think Zac Efron was robbed of at least a nomination.
At least a nomination.
I don't even know who won that year. I had to look, but like I said,
I don't remember.
yeah, he should have at least been nominated. I
Yeah.
think he was robbed. So
Like that movie got barely. I don't think they even got nominated for anything.
no, they didn't.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie is such a great movie.
Yeah, they really need to make a fucking action or like stunt work or something for Oscars because it never gets enough love.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, man. Well, thank you for listening for our Werkz review. It comes in between here and there when we find a movie we want to review. So, yeah, man. Check out the next one. All right. We get on to our first ever live Addison song of
I
the
was like,
week.
What are we
I was like,
doing?
what are we
What
doing?
are we doing live?
Clear the couch, boys.
Oh yeah,
Bring out the tarps.
Yeah.
Whoa, get the baby oil.
Get the baby oil.
Get the baby oil. Get the 55-gallon tub.
I just Instacarted it right now. Should be here soon.
Sweet. Oh yeah. So for today's song of the week, I have a song called "Gratitude" by the group Foxing.
Yeah.
The song is called "Gratitude" by the group Foxing. It's kind of out there, but
Gratitude. And I just want to say thank you again in person. I know I always say it after every time we do it, but we really appreciate you. Appreciate you doing what you do for us. The content that you send me, the questions, the music that you always upload. It doesn't go unnoticed here. And like I said, you're a great friend, so I would thank you for that.
thank you.
Again, like he said, lead with gratitude, people. Okay,
Actually,
lead with gratitude.
if you want, before you forget, I brought some stuff.
Whoa,
First off, I brought these Oreos.
baby oil.
I don't know if you guys want to try them. They're the Coca-Cola Oreos.
I do.
Oh.
whoa.
So,
Send
and
it down
then
Pop them open?
Yeah, one at a time.
we'll do that first before I. It's a little early for Oreos, but
I want to try it.
It's never early for Oreos.
fair point.
There you go. Got it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it smells
Smell
like.
them, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, they smell like Coke.
Oh, that's a. They take. Oh. Oh.
That's like vanilla wafer.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But whoa. Wow, that's good.
It's better than the drink. I'll tell you that.
The Oreo Coke?
Yeah, they have the Oreo Coke, but it's like zero sugar. I don't know. I feel like you really taste the zero sugar.
These are better to drink, but I still don't like them.
I don't mind them. I don't think I can eat a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like Oreos, I can, but maybe one or two.
They're
Alright,
really
interesting.
sweet.
Yeah. And then
Oreos in general. I have 2 packs. I have a lemon one.
this one's for Rob.
Whoa.
Look at that.
This one's for you.
Whoa.
Look at that. Thank you. More gifts.
And this one's for
Wait, you gave me
you,
that.
sir.
Wait, buddy.
I was gonna give that for Rob beginning of the month, but I didn't get to, and you guys were talking about this stuff last
Sorry.
last pod.
I appreciate this.
Uh,
You're gonna make me cry for sure.
I'm
Definitely,
just
dude.
trying to show love for everyone.
I know. So if everyone could see, it's framed pictures of our loved ones. I appreciate this. That's cool. Dude. Yeah, now I'm crying, you jackass.
sorry.
After we just did the review. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Oh shit.
Addison, come on, man.
Sorry.
Wait for the end.
Yeah. Start out to the Oreos.
Oh,
man.
man. This on
And
back.
then you went sweet, and then we went.
Sweet
Yeah,
and
here's the
sad.
Oreos.
I know. He hit us with the one.
And the
two
reason,
punch.
and another reason I appreciate this is because I actually don't have a lot of photos. All the photos I have are usually not framed, and I don't even know where these photos are. I just have them on my phone.
Yeah.
But another reason too is because I want to do an ofrenda this year.
Oh.
That was my
Yeah.
mindset too. It's coming up.
So now I have pictures to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
All right, guys. Well, got you excited.
All right, guys, I'm about to jump out this window.
I feel like Tomlin right now. I'm about to fucking jump out the window.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Thanks, Addison, bro. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it,
thank
bro.
you. That was. Thank you. Man.
I was wondering what was in the bag, and Gilly had his glasses on.
Woo! All right. I'm gonna try to get this train back on the rails because I've already officially rolled off. I've crashed, but yeah, man. I don't think I can do anymore. So I'll just leave you with this. Love your loved ones. Check on your brothers. Check on your sisters. Check on your friends. Fucking Addison, bro.
Sorry.
Woo!
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders for sure. Check on your loved ones. Check on everybody, bro, because you don't know what they're going through. Yeah, man. Have good friends.
Yeah.
And we out. Peace.